Just to introduce myself, I'm with the Indian High Commission here. My name is Srinivas. I look at cultural relations between India and the UK. I also wear another hat. I'm the director of the Nehru Centre in London. Some of you may have had an opportunity to visit us in London. We are in South Audley Street. We've been there since '92. And we do a lot of Indian cultural activities, music, dance, live performances, some theater, books, and everything, and including academic discussions. That's the mandate that we have at the Nehru Centre. I'm extremely happy to be here at Oxford. This is my first visit to the university, and I was delighted to hear the strong connection that Oxford has with India. 130 odd academics in your faculty, and more than double that in student body. I think that's a very strong connection for any country to have. And I found all the presentations very informative. I must say that I'm not an expert on digital cultural heritage, but I took some time yesterday to go through what was available on the website, and I found Claros quite fascinating, in fact. And I know that Professor Kurtz, big thank you from the High Commission, if I can represent that here, for taking this initiative and putting in so much work. I know that there are a lot of these partners who've done a lot of work, and we're happy to see the outcome that's come out of the last 1 year plus of work. And I'm thinking, how do we apply that in other places? I know, for instance, that UK has a lot of historical records on India, and I'm aware that the British Library has a digital archive. They have an ongoing project at the moment where they're digitizing records of ancient language and literature, and I'm told that they have some rare collections of South Indian languages, and I'm thinking, how do I network that with institutions in India and make that available to organizations which are researching, either to students or to researchers. So you've given me a lot of ideas, and I hope that I can have more fruitful discussions as I go around in London, trying to connect institutions the way you connected over the last 1 year. And I was also happy to hear that Udaipur is now looking at some sort of a city-to-city partnership with Oxford, and it's an interesting model. It's a bottom-up approach where you're linking the institutions first before you impose anything from the top. Very different from what we are used to what we have done in the past in terms of evolving city-to-city partnerships. But it's nevertheless, I think, very interesting and going to be very fruitful because you have stakeholders on both sides. Finally, if I may just also add something from the Nehru Centre, I would really like if the team is interested, a team which is working on digital culture India, or from the Oxford University, I'd be interested in looking at having a more robust kind of partnership with the Nehru Centre and see how we can collaborate on purely academic discussions or seminars or conferences of this kind in London. If you're looking for a venue, we're certainly open, and we'll throw the doors open for you, even if we're closed. But I'd like to get the team, our interested members of the team, if we can look at organizing a talk or a seminar at some point in due course. Once you have this experience that you'd like to share, we'd like to bring in the other stakeholders who are London-based and see what we can do with that experience, and just spread the word around in London and see how we can network people who are working on material the historical material that they have on India, and see how we can plug that back into India. Those are the comments I had. I really don't have much expertise to add to any of the presentations that were done earlier. Thank you very much.